Okay, so the front side of the math sheet now hopefully is all good and it's all ready to hand in the next time I see you. So what's new today is the back side. Okay, so it's some more math skills. You'll notice that the first couple here are identical to the front side, so they shouldn't cause you any issues. But number 3, number 4, number 7 maybe will cause a few issues because in them you have to multiply two brackets together, two binomials together. And so I put them here because I wasn't sure if you remembered how to do that. Okay, so let's look at number 3 together, which is what I would do if you were in front of me. Okay, so when you're multiplying two brackets together, depending on who you've had for a teacher in math, they would have said it a couple of different ways. They might have said everything in this bracket, the first bracket, has to be multiplied by everything in the second bracket. Or they maybe would have used a term, they might have said you need to FOIL it. And that's just saying the same thing. The F stands for first, so they're saying you need to multiply the first term in the first bracket by the first term in the second bracket, x times x, x squared. And then the O stands for outer, so you need to multiply the outer term and each brackets together. So x times 2 will be positive 2x. The I stands for inner, so negative 2 times x will be negative 2x, and the L stands for last. So the last term in each bracket, negative 2, positive 2, so negative 4. So now when you simplify, these two cancel and you're left with x squared minus 4. Okay, so now we go to the next one, and we have to do exactly the same thing, but watch this negative in front. Leave it there for now. Don't do anything with it. Don't try to multiply it through. Just leave it there and multiply the two brackets first. So again, we're going to do first x squared, outer x times negative 2, so negative 2x, inner x times 3, so positive 3x, and then last, 3 times negative 2 should be about negative 6. Okay, and now you can multiply the negative in. So it'll be negative x squared. Negative times a negative 2x will be positive 2x. Negative times a positive 3x will be negative 3x. And negative times a negative 6 will be positive 6 equals 7. And now you can group like terms. The x squared and x squared cancel. The 2x minus 3x should be negative x. You have a negative 4 here and a plus 6 equals 7. Negative 4 plus 6 should be about 2. Take that over to the other side, and so it'll become a minus 2. So negative x equals 5, or x equals negative 5. How do you know if you got it right? Put it back in the original equation. So negative 5 times minus 2 will be negative 7, and negative 5 plus 2 will be negative 3. So this term's going to give me 21 when I fill it back in. Over here, negative 5 plus 3 will be negative 2. Negative 5 minus 2 will be minus 7. So this term will give me 14. So it'll be 21 minus 14, which is 7. So it checks. Do you need to check it? No, not only if you want to know did you do your work right, which I'm kind of thinking might be yes, but you don't need to show me all out. You can just go back and do what I did. Okay, do you need to show me these square brackets? Nope, I was showing them to you so you would understand how I was getting these terms. Do you need to know the word FOIL? Nope, but I just wanted to tell you it because you'll hear people say, oh, I have to FOIL it. In French, it's premier, exterieur, interieur, derrière. Okay, so it's exactly the same thing. So PA or FOIL, or just multiply every term by itself, every term by the other term in the bracket. Okay, so you're going to do exactly the same thing for 4, but be careful. There's a 3 in front here. So just like I left the negative in front of the bracket until I multiplied the two terms together, I would suggest you do exactly the same thing with that 3. Could you have multiplied the negative in at first? Sure, you could have. But what always screws students up is, do you multiply it by the first bracket or by both brackets? And people are never sure. So leave it in front and multiply it afterwards, and you won't screw it up, okay? And do the same with the 3. And by the way, the answer is you just multiply it by the first bracket. and then it would become a plus in front. But don't do it that way, it'll screw you up. Will I mark you wrong if you do it that way? Nope, not unless you make a mistake. Not unless it screws you up. So here again, I would put the 3 in front, I would do the square brackets, and I would FOIL these. And then once I have that, I would multiply the 3 through. And again, put the negative in front, FOIL the 2 brackets, and then multiply the negative through and solve for x. Okay? Number 5, oh look, your good friends, good buddy, fractions again. So you should be able to handle that. Number 6, fractions again, multiply by the lowest common denominator or take it to the lowest common denominator. Number 7, again, multiplying binomials, so it's like 3 and 4, only more fun because there's 4 of them, and you'll be blessing me by the time you get to the end. Number 8, again, multiply by the lowest common denominator or take it to the lowest common denominator. And number 10, I would do the same thing. Number 9 is going to cause you issues, and I'll probably do a separate video on number 9, okay? If we were in class today, I would let you work on some of these. So part of this hour today, before homework, will be work on some of these, okay? The bottom part. So by the time I see you next week, I would like you to have done your best on all of these in this sheet, okay? So in class today would be some of these, and then homework would be the rest. Now I say do your best, you're not handing them in. We'll go over any that we need to in class when you come back. All right, so on the bottom part, it's a little bit different. It says rearrange the following equations for x. So you're not going to be able to get x equals 6. Instead, it's going to be like x equals something with a y. So look at number 1. Just don't want to waste paper here. So number 1 is 6 brackets x plus 5y equals 2x plus 9y. Okay, so you want to solve for x, which means you want to get the x's on the same side by themselves. So the first step, there's an x stuck in this bracket, multiply through by the 6. So it'll become 6x plus 30y is equal to 2x plus 9y. You want to solve for x, so take all the terms with x to one side and all the terms without x to the other. So this will be 6x minus 2x, which would be 4x. And this will be 9y minus 30y, which will be negative 21y. You want to get the x alone, so divide both sides by 4. And so in the end, the answer is x is equal to negative 21y over 4. So do you see what I mean by you're not going to get a number, it's going to have a y in it. But that's as far as you can go. Okay? Now, number 2 and number 5 are going to be tricky, okay? And they're going to be tricky because of the, there's an extra term. So I'm not going to do it for you, but I'm just going to show you why it's tricky, and then I'll let you ponder. Remember, not going to be graded. I just want to see how you can do, so do not stress if you can't solve these. Okay, I just want to see where you've tried on these ones. So you want to get the x alone here. But the problem is this term has an xy and this term just has an x. So sometimes people will say, well, divide both sides by y. And yeah, you're divide by y. So you're right. If you divide this by y, now it's just 4x. But if you divide that by y, you have to divide this by y and you have to divide this by y. And now you still can't put these terms together because now this term has the y in it. So there's a cool little trick that I want you to see if you can find. And it's just because we'll use it a lot in physics, and if I just straight up tell you, you won't remember it. But if you try to figure it out, it'll stick in your head more. And don't stress if you don't get it. We'll look after it as soon as I see you. We'll go to these questions first, okay? So now I will do one more little video to talk about number 9, because it's something I think you probably haven't seen in math. And then after that, I would like you to try these. That'll not to be handed in, but all of them to be tried by the time I see you again. Okay, one more video coming up.